Hi, thanks for joining us today on Shining Stars in South Florida Business. I'm your host, Danny Poulos, and our guest today is John Curtin, John Curtin Home Inspector. And John's been a mainstay in this area for quite some time, working with a lot of the realtors. He's a member of the Jupiter Tequesta Board of Realtors. He's a chairman of the Business Partners Committee. So we all sort of know John. And he's going to tell us a little bit about his business, how he got involved, and some important facts about home inspections. Did I leave anything out?
I've been doing it in the neighborhood for 16, 17 years and have over 12,000 home inspections under my belt in the area.
What are you doing, one every hour?
Well, for a while back there, yeah. It seemed like.
What was your background that got you into becoming a home inspector?
Oh, about 45 years ago, I got a job in a hardware store where we sold nails by the pound out of rotating gray bins. It was a real hardware store, and people would come in to have things fixed and repaired, and you'd help people with their plumbing and electrical problems. Then moved on to a lumber yard and on to a full-service construction company where we did everything from digging the footing hole in the ground to putting the cap shingle on the roof and everything in between. From there, moved on to owning my own construction firm in the Catskills of New York for about 20 years. Moved down to Florida here about 20 years ago and decided to take a little bit of a change and got into the home inspection business then. And it's been going very well ever since.
Pretty good mix. You went from building everything top to bottom to now inspecting it.
A customer once said to me while I was still in construction, John, your experience seemed you have x-ray eyes from everything that you've done. You can see what's behind the wall. Having installed everything in a single family home, it seemed like a natural fit.
And who can do a home inspection? I mean, you're obviously qualified because you're a builder. Can anyone do one?
In 2010, before 2010, anyone could do a home inspection. All you had to do is get a county license to be in business. In 2010, the state licensed inspectors through the process the same as all other business professionals are. And you have to pass a competency test, but as most people who hold state licenses know, the license teaches you tells you what you will do to get in trouble, not how to perform your service.
Right, so now that's all regulated.
Right, so you have to have a license in order to legally perform a home inspection.
You know, truthfully, I started in the same place working in my uncle's hardware store and that same kind of thing with things by the pound, but I'm not qualified to be an inspector, I guess, anymore.
And again, the licensing makes you a professional, but it doesn't give you the background that you need.
Right. So let's get into some specifics. Insurance company says you can save money by getting a wind mitigation inspection.
Right.
I see you've got some props.
Wind mitigations are a big thing nowadays. Back about 8 years ago, there was a program called the My Safe Florida Home Program. After Andrew, they wanted the people to bring up their hurricanes to good, safe standards. And that's kind of morphed into what is this wind mitigation insurance. And what that does is if you take two homes that are exactly the same, but home A has a new roof and has hurricane shutters on it, you should get a discount on your rates. And the wind mitigation inspection allows you to do that. There's 7 points of inspection. One is the shape of the roof. If all of the edges of the roof come down to the gutter, like all the surfaces of a teepee come to the ground, you have a hip roof, and you can get a credit for that. If your roof was built after 2002 and your home was built after 2002, you can get a credit for that. Then there are some hidden things up in your attic that you can get a credit for.
I was waiting for you to get this thing
up
here.
For instance, this is your wall if you've got a concrete block home. This is your roofing member, your truss. How this is attached to the wall is important. In wood frame homes, there may just be nails. That can get blown right off. In other homes, there may be something called a hurricane clip that attaches it. The best way attaching it is with a metal strap that comes up right out of the concrete, wraps over the top, and is secured on the opposite side. This will keep that truss from blowing off. That'll get you the best discount.
So you're going in, you're checking out the quality of what's going on in the truss, and depending on what you're inspecting is how much they're going to save on by having a wind
Then you
mitigation.
can save money on that. And then again, how the roof is nailed. You have a particular pattern of nails on the plywood to keep that from going away. What size nails are used are important. And then also, of course, your shutters. And you have to have shutters on every opening. People think, I've got shutters on all my openings except this little hole. I did a home inspection yesterday, as a matter of fact. They had a doggy door cut in the back opening door. That voids all of the hurricane protection. Shutter on every opening, but that little opening isn't protected, you don't get any credit for it.
So they make a hurricane window for the doggy door?
That gentleman's going to have to get a new door installed.
Really? So they don't... There's a product we got to come up with. Is the hurricane shutter for the doggy door. So what we're talking about here is a little different than what you might have expected from a home inspector. People think you're buying a house, you have to have it inspected. You're getting insurance, you have to get it inspected. John's talking about how you can save money by having your house inspected, whether it's wind mitigation or let's quickly all talk about what a 4-point inspection is, too.
Well, 4-point inspection is something that you would need for an older home. If you're buying a home that's 30 years or older, again, the insurance company wants to know that it's sound standing. So whereas the home inspection that we perform, we'll do the entire house, the property, the appliances, electric, plumbing, really everything I can get my hands on, I touch, operate, pull, and feel to make sure it works. The insurance company isn't interested in that detailed a report. So they want a breakdown of the roof, the air conditioning, the plumbing, and the electrical system to make sure those 4 major components work in older homes.
Now, does the insurance company require that you get that kind of inspection done?
If you have an older home, yes. And they're, as I say, about 30 years approximately. There's no fixed date. Different insurance companies may require it for different times, but 30 years is pretty much average, and they won't write you a policy unless you have a 4-point. And again, whether you have a new roof or you have shutters or not, most insurance companies will not issue you an insurance policy without having a wind mitigation performed.
That was going to be my next question. So that's something that you can expect is going to be initiated by your insurance company. They're going to tell you to go get this wind mitigation inspection.
And when we do our normal inspection, I collect all of this information anyway. And I have that because we're up there in the attic, we're doing all of these things. And it's an important part of the inspection process. You want to know, in addition, does my air conditioning work? Do I have shutters for all of my house? Am I going to comply with these other things?
So the point is, you've got to have this stuff done to not only get your insurance, but get your best price on insurance. So you better have somebody that knows how to do it and what to look for, so you save the most money. John, tell everybody how they can reach you for their inspections.
John Curtin, Home Inspector. You can go to www.jchomeinspector.com. You can find all of this information on my website. There's sample reports. One of the things we love about our reports is all the digital photography we put in there, locating all of your appliances, shutoffs, and things. So it's really information about your home. And you can also give us a call at 561-406-3103.
And you'll learn why John Curtin is a shining star in South Florida business. Thanks for coming in today, John.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you very much.